everybody, I'm Sheree and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited. It has been so long since I sat down to film a YouTube video. I got a new setup, I got a new camera, so I'm really excited to see how the quality is. This is my first time filming with it, and I'm really just excited to be back into filming long form content and being able to like jump into things a little bit more. We are going to be doing this beautiful rainbow glam, so if you want to see how we created this, just keep on watching. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and let me know what you want to see in a future video. Let's jump in. I zoomed in a little bit and we are just gonna jump right into this look. I'm going into my Blend Bunny Cosmetics Blends palette, and I am just taking a small brush and I'm going into the shade Enigma first, and we're just gonna start placing that right in the front, kind of down to the bridge of the nose, and then creating the shape that we want. And then into the shade Vamp, which is the pink shade. And then into the shade Bewitched, which is the dark purple. And I am just placing these down. We're not going to work on blending yet. I'm just placing down the shape that I want to go with. And then finally into the shade Spellbound, which is the blue, and we are going to take it right against that purple, and then we are just going to start winging that upward. Then to go into the next set of blends, I'm going in to a smaller brush, so I can get that to be a little bit more precise and I can get it right on the edges of the first shades that we put down. And for the orange, I'm going into Barely, and we're just taking it right on those edges, and this is where we're going to really start working on those blends. I'm just going to take it back and forth right on the edges. Going back into product as I need it, just to work on that blend. Now for the pink section, I wanted to keep it a little bit more pink, and I feel like these pull a little bit more purple. So I'm going into my Blend Bunny Cosmetics Primal palette, and I'm going into the shade Warning. And again, we are just going to keep it right on those edges. Back and forth motions. And then purple, we're going back into Signs from the blends. Does anybody else feel like they have all of these brushes? Like, I feel like I have like an influx of brushes, but like I only want to work with ones that are this big, so I only use like 15 of them. And now I feel like I have an obligation to go out and just buy like a bunch of these tiny brushes, so I have a bunch of them to work with, because I feel that way. I don't even use some of these bigger brushes anymore because it's always like super detailed blending work, and I don't feel like I ever need to use them for anything. Like, I think I use them for highlight and that's it. Once that we have that done, I'm going into Chance, which is the blue, and same thing right on those edges. And this is very much a trust the process blend. There is a lot of work before we get it to look like this. Moving on to the next blend, these are going to be the more pastel ones, and this is going to really start tying it together, although we still need to go back and forth a little bit to perfect it. I'm going in with an M506, and it is a little bit fluffier, but it is still a very small brush. And then I'm going to start out with First Kiss from the Blends palette, And we're just gonna, again, right on those last edges that we put down. And this just immediately, look at that, starts bringing everything together. Okay, and then for the pink, we're gonna go into Nectar, right on the edges. Purple, we're going into Giggle. For the blue, we're going into Dream. And then we are going to start all over again. We're going to go in with these deep shades and we are going to reinforce them. And this time I'm taking a fluffier brush for this. We're just going to go in and reinforce those deep shades again. First the orange and then the pink, bringing back that dimension. The purple. Then the blue. And then into that middle shade. Right into the purple. And then into the blue. Right on those edges. And the blue one I feel like really makes, like you could really see the difference when you add the blue back, the middle shade. And then again into the pastels. And this is just going to be back and forth until you get the blend exactly where you want it to be. Okay, and then when we get the blend how we want it, this is pretty good. I'm going to take some Vaseline, just regular Vaseline, and we're taking a nice flat brush. I'm going to take some of the Vaseline, put it right on the back of my hand, and just coat that brush. And this is what we're going to use to cut the crease. So I am just going to start right in the front here, and we're just going to start carving away. And as we do that, it is just going to melt away. Can you see? It's just melting away that product. And this is just going to clean everything up really good. And then once I have it cut with the Vaseline how I want it, I'm going to go in with a double-sided beauty Q-tip. And I'm just going to use that to start wiping away that Vaseline. And I usually go in with the flat side first and just kind of get most of it wiped away. And then I'm going to go in with the more pointed side so we can really get against those edges. It's going to leave this really clean. And it's going to leave those edges really sharp. And then once we get that cleaned off, I'm just going to go back in with my eyeshadow base and we're just going to relay that down. Now that that is nice and clean, we are going in to Lethal from the Primal palette and we are just going to create a wing shape. Just like that. It doesn't have to be clean. We are going to go in and clean it up later. Okay, same brush. We're going to go into Warning and we're just going to take it right on those edges and just start blending that out. And then into the shade Nectar right on those edges. Okay, and then this is what I meant about that. We're just going to take this brush that we had our base on and we're just going to clean up this edge so that it's nice and sharp. Taking Hidden on a fluffy brush, and we are just going to set the rest of this base down. Taking the ABH glitter glue, we are going to put that all over that base that we just set down, right to about the opening right here. And then we are going to go into the Copacetic Cosmetics Hollow Chrome in the shade Eat the Rich. This is so freaking gorgeous. I can't get over how pretty it is. And I'm just going to take my silicone brush and go into that, and then we're going to place that down right on top of that base that we put down. We are going to decorate this some more with some rhinestones. I'm taking my Manic Gems Chaos at the Tea Party set. We are just going in with these little stones here, and then I am just taking some small ones from Amazon and some of these medium-sized ones from Amazon. I'll have all of them linked in the description, and we are just going to decorate this up a little bit like we did the other side. Okay, I'm starting with my Kiss Lash Glue, and I am just going to place it in the spots that I want the rhinestones to be so it's tacky once I get there. And then I am just taking a very thin liner brush. I have a little bit of lash glue on the tip of it, and then I have just kind of pinched the excess off. This is my favorite way to apply rhinestones, and then I am just picking those gems up and I'm just placing them down where they need to go. Okay, this is what the eyes are looking like. I'm gonna go ahead and do the base off of camera just to speed things up. I just want to keep this focused on the eyes today, and then we will come back for the under eye. Here we are, we got the rest of the face done. I went ahead and did this side of the under eye just so I knew what I was doing, and I kept it pretty simple. So I'm taking the Blend Buddy Cosmetics Primal palette, and I'm going into the shade Camouflage, and we're just gonna run that right under the eye. Okay, and then taking the shade Toxin right on top of that, right on those edges. And then into the shade Luna, which is the pastel, right on those edges. We are going to finish this off with the Fenty Hella Thick Mascara. I am not a lash person, so I won't be popping on lashes, but you could feel free to pop on lashes with this. It would be very pretty. And this is my absolute favorite mascara right now. Look how pretty that mascara is. Look at the difference. And this is the finished look, some rainbow glam. I absolutely love it. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. My first video back. It feels good to be doing some longer form content again and actually like getting into explaining things. And I am really excited to film some more of it. So let me know what kind of videos that you want to see. We can do a base routine. We can try out some new products, whatever you guys want. And don't forget to click that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.